to come and to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real weapons be real self. My life to see the glory of coming to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. That's all you got to do. Being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. You don't want money so much, why you get up and go to work? Yeah, it's not to think about all the things that we're thinking about. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H. Cortez. Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical, proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation. Truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come to you live and direct from the Generational Wealth Building Conference Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. It's going down in Atlanta, GA, April 6th through the 8th. Generational Wealth Building Conference. If you're serious about building generational wealth in or around the Atlanta area, then you want to come out and learn how to build generational wealth with people who are doing it and doing it on a major scale, and people who want to do it and want to build networks and conglomerates and enterprises and start working one with another to make this thing happen, man. All right. There we go. If that's you, then you want to go to wealth.joincorteznow.com. Wealth.joincorteznow.com. And you can learn all about how to build generational wealth and who you need to be working with, the connections that you need to be making, instructors and speakers and panelists coming from all over the country, man, to really show how to do this. Got a panel for kids, got a panel for the women, got a panel for the men, and then everybody's going to learn how to do real estate, invest, cryptocurrency, everything that you want to learn about investing and building generational wealth. You will be able to learn at the Generational Wealth Building Conference. Again, go to wealth.joincorteznow.com to get all of the details. Not sure what's going on with you guys over there on Facebook. Facebook, like I said, my system was tripping all the while this morning, man. So I apologize in advance to the Facebook folks. But do me a favor, if you're checking us out on YouTube, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed to the channel. We will hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month, which is next week. We are at 1,823 subscribers now. So we've got 177 subscribers to go, but I'm confident that we can get the thing done. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure that you interact with the show. Comment, let us know who you are, where you're from, and the name of the business or brand that you're building. And then ask your question, guys. I don't get much participation from my YouTube folks, but I want you to ask your questions. I want to know how I can help you build and expand your brand. If you're stuck in business anywhere, then let me know how I can help. I'm just trying to see if I can get Facebook back activated. I'm not sure why. My Wi-Fi is bugging out. But Facebook, I don't know why my Wi-Fi wouldn't let me do what I normally do. Thomas Clifton, attorney Thomas H. Clifton, what's going on, good brother? Thanks for joining the show this morning. So we're talking about Free Business Coaching Fridays. Also, today's show is brought to you by the Black Wealth Movement. If you're serious about building wealth, then the Black Wealth Movement wants to help you do just that. We teach 5 core wealth building fundamentals: entrepreneurship, tax minimization, debt elimination, credit education, and asset accumulation. If any of that stuff is important to you, inbox me and I will shoot you our overview and let you see what it is that we do, how we do it. And if we can help you, we'd be glad to do that for you. So today is free coaching Fridays. Basically, what we do is the show is all about you. You let us know who you are, the name of the business or brand that you're building, and then ask your question. We'll give you a business shout out, and then we'll do our best. Not just me, but we have some intelligent minds um, inside of our audience, and we will all chime in with suggestions and recommendations to help you grow and expand your business. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you do not have any questions, then we just recap the wonderful shows that we had this weekend. Body by Bazille is tuning in and listening in over on YouTube. Anybody else on YouTube want to let us know who you are, where you're from, go ahead and post and ask your question. So we did have a question earlier as we had that problem with Facebook a little bit. But Bud Lee Daniel says, I want to get into real estate. What's my first step? So if you want to get into something that you have no clue or no idea about, one of the first things you always want to do is seek out a successful mentor in that area, right? If you don't have any right now, I want you to go to blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com. If you don't have a good mentor, then I want you to check out my brother Andre Hatchett's Black Real Estate School. It's blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com. If you go there, you will learn the ins and outs of investing in real estate and all the various disciplines, whether you want to be a wholesaler, whether you want to be a buy and hold type of guy, whether you want to be a house flipper, doesn't matter, tax lien. Go to blackrealestate.financialhealthmentor.com. You can learn all about that particular program. Get yourself a good mentor. Now, while you're getting a mentor and you're learning how real estate works and you're getting your bearings about you, you're learning the terminology, you're getting the proper perspective, you're learning how to do your research. There's some things that you want to be doing with your money, right? Number one, you got to get control of your taxes. And we talked about this extensively yesterday. You got to get control of your taxes. Most working people are overpaying their taxes anywhere from $200 to $600 per month. That money comes back in your household, then you use it for debt elimination, because you should be working on cash flow and credit while you're moving towards getting yourself in position to start investing in real estate. You should be working on, again, cash flow and credit. Two things that you need when you're talking about investing in real estate: cash flow and credit. So this is how you work on your cash flow. You make sure your W-4 form is filled out right on your job, because if not, you're overpaying taxes. That's going to bring money back into your household. You take that money and you start eliminating some of your debt, freeing up some more money, because every time you pay off a debt, it's like giving yourself a pay raise. Then all of a sudden, debt is down, cash flow is up. While you're doing that, you should be working on your credit. A lot of people want to be all cash all the time, but no, man, credit can help you build wealth when you learn how to leverage it. So if you don't already have a credit education program, then we have one for you. It retails for $100, and you can fix your credit in as little as 90 days using this step-by-step process. So that's kind of where I would start. Start wrapping your mind around what it's like to be a real estate investor. Start going to real estate investment seminars. Start surrounding yourself with real estate investors. Get yourself a good mentor. Start working on your cash flow and your credit. So when you see that first good deal, you're in position to make a move on it. Hopefully that helps. Who else? Questions, concerns, observations. If you're stuck in business, right? If you already have a business established, if you're trying to establish a business, if you got a business and you don't have the customer flow that you want, and you're looking for branding and marketing tips, if you are an individual and you're looking for tips on how to improve your cash flow even further, whatever you got, man, post it in the comments. Let us know where you're from, first of all, the name of your business and our brand, and then how can we help you with your questions. How can we help you get your business to the next level? And for my Facebookers, if you have not already done so, man, you know the cost of admission for Talking Money in the Morning Live is a simple share. Everybody, right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button. Don't just sit here and soak up this good knowledge, man, and not share it with others. Everybody else is waking up this morning and want to start their day with some good, positive information. I didn't do my announcements this morning either because we were running a little bit behind. But while I'm thinking about it, if you're in the Kansas City, Missouri area tomorrow, Wealth Breakthrough, we're having a wealth building workshop from 8:30 till about 1:30. I want you to come through, man. Kansas City, Missouri, 3210 Michigan Avenue in Kansas City, Missouri. If you are in that area, if you know people in that area, I want you to tag them in our event, which you can find on the Financial Health Mentor page. I will post that again here shortly. Please, when you see that event, hit the share button. You never know who's on your timeline in the Kansas City area looking for a financial breakthrough. You guys quiet this morning, man. What kind of questions do you have about your business, your brand, your finances, branding, marketing, business, startup, whatever? I'm just here to help, man. I want to help you take your business to the next level. While you guys are coming up with your questions, yesterday's show, we talked about 5 things that poor and middle class people need to learn if they are going to prosper, right? You got to learn how to collaborate more with other people who are in like minds. You got to learn. So a boutique house enterprise is in the building. Exodus House LLC. No links, Exodus House. But we appreciate you joining the show as well. But always give us the name of your brand, a little bit about what you do. But if everybody starts posting links, it'll get crazy in the chat. So we don't do links. But let us know what your brand is and what it's all about. What were some of the other 5 things that we talked about? You got to collaborate. You've got to learn to live in the future and not your past, man. One of the things that poor and middle class people suffer from is a lack of vision. It's a lack of vision. See, I go and I sit down and I have lunch and I have these long conversations with the H Cortez of 2027 all the time. All the time. And I'm asking, what do I need to be doing today to make sure we hit our goals by 2027? What is your vision like? Where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years down the road? See it crystal clear, see it in vivid details, and then you reverse engineer the steps that you need to take to get yourself there, right? It's another thing that poor and middle class people need to learn to do, right? We had 5 of them. Let me go back to my list. Get over past hurts was another one. A lot of people can't move forward because they're dragging around their past. Royal Justice, what's going on, Queen? Let us know the name of the business or brand that you have, Royal Justice. If you don't have a brand or a business, why the heck not? It's 2018, man. Everybody needs a business. I mean, come on, think about it. This is America. America is business, right? If I was in another form, I would say America is a business, right? So everybody should have a business. It's just the American way, man. Don't get it twisted. We think the American dream and the American way is a big house, big car. No, that's the bankers' American way. They put that out so that you can get into debt to them. The American way, the real American way, is business ownership and entrepreneurship. Let's see. Poor middle class people need to learn sacrifice. Learn sacrifice. What are you willing to give up today so that you can have a better future? My man, Bless Ellis, said he had to minimize his lifestyle so he can maximize his future. He had a big 6,000 square foot house. He said, man, I had to get rid of that thing, man. I didn't need all that house, but I bought all that house because I had a whole bunch of people in my circle, and that's what they were doing. And I was just being like them, man. But I reduced that and I saved me a ton of money. reduced it down to a 3,000 square foot house. He said, then of course, as I realized I didn't need that either, I reduced that down to an even smaller house. Now I'm in an apartment doing my thing, and I own some real estate. I own some other houses I'm getting rental income from. Are you willing to minimize your lifestyle so you can maximize your future? You have to understand sacrifice, right? Come on, guys. If you guys don't have any questions, you're telling me that your business is running like a well-oiled machine. You got all the customers that you want. You got all the revenue coming in that you want. You got all your brand and your marketing is in place. You got everything in place. Is that the case? Is that what we're saying this morning? Is that what we're saying this morning? That my business is running and customers are beating down my door and I'm just solid? Do not be afraid to ask your questions. This is the only way that you grow, and I want to help you grow and take your business to the next level. Other thing we talked about is that poor and middle class people need to understand that you have to have a business in this economy. We live in a capitalistic democracy, and if you don't understand the capitalism part, then you're not going to have the democracy part. Right? It says, no, currently I'm working on social media trying to build my channel. Okay. All right. So what is, if you're working on your channel, what is your niche? What is your niche? What is your channel about? Who is your target market? Have you identified all of that kind of stuff? Social media is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing if you take the time to learn how to use it effectively in business. It's a curse if you don't, because you will spin your wheels doing a bunch of stuff with social media and get little results. This is how do I maximize my trucking business with only one truck rolling? Good question. Good question. So first of all, if you only have the one truck, are you on the road as much as you possibly can be? Do you keep that thing booked up? Or are you solid, right? Are you solid? Because one of the things that you might want to think about doing is if you are already booked, I would say if I was a truck driver, I would be taking on more assignments than I could actually drive. And I would start working with other truckers to get more assignments going. So you start building your book of business. Even though you're not making the money, you're building the book of business. So for instance, if you keep getting all of these assignments and you have to start getting other drivers to fulfill them and they start following through, now you have a reputation of, hey, when we need something transported, we can call Nate Glover and he's going to get the job done. Now, nobody knows that you're actually contracting with other drivers and getting that thing done. They just know they come to you to get it done. Well, once you have the book of business, that then justifies your next move to go get your second truck, right? But if you don't have enough transportation contracts to keep you busy, then you're not really going to expand your business. But if you yourself are staying busy on the road, then you start getting other opportunities to contract with other drivers and, hey, I can get this transported for you. I know some other drivers, and you start having people come to you and start dropping routes on you. Now you start checking with other drivers, you start collaborating with other drivers. Now you are building the book of business. Eventually, you will have so much business where you say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get me a second truck because I have the business to sustain that second truck. Right. Become a broker with your trucking business. Yep. Get out the middleman. And then once you broker so many of those deals, now you are taking a little bit of each one of those contracts you're assigning to somebody else. You say, you know what? I've got the money to get me a second truck. Now you got your second truck But before you got the second truck, you got all the book of business built up so that you have the revenue stream to maintain the cost to pay for that second truck. So I would start collaborating with others, and you start learning how other ways that you can make money in the trucking business as well. To start bringing in some extra revenue so that you can get you another truck, and then eventually hire you another driver. Let's see. Just as my niche is building Black wealth, building a Black community, and informing the people of how to do that. Okay, so that is your niche. That is your niche. 3 forms of consistency to grow your channel. 3 forms of consistency to grow your channel. You need to be consistently in front of your audience, Royal Justice. How often do you post content? You need to be consistently in front of them. Number 2, you need to be consistent with that message of Black economics. You need to be consistent with that message. And number 3, you need to be consistent with the quality of your content. Are you consistently good with the content that you put out, or do you hit and miss? Sometimes you put out something good, sometimes you put out something that's right? 3 forms of consistency to win in the social media game. You have to be consistently in front of your audience. I do a daily morning show. The reason I do the morning show is because I make sure I get something going in my business every day. If my day gets away from me, I've already gotten in front of you guys at least once today, right? And then you have to be consistent with your message. My message is for entrepreneurs, and especially working class people who don't know the power of owning a business in terms of minimizing taxes so they can get out of debt and start building wealth. So we are in the same lane. Are you consistent with your message? And then is your message and your content consistently good? Is it consistently good? And if you're doing those 3 forms of consistency, you will build your brand, right? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Let me see. We have some questions over here on Facebook. Let's see. Does anyone have a formula for pricing your business other than taking income and subtracting expenses and driving that by the number of people being served? So pricing your business, you know what? If you're pricing your business, one of the things that I do is I look around at a couple things. I look at what people are paying already for services similar to what I offer. How do you find out what people are paying for services that are similar to you? You go and do a Google search on a service similar to yours, and you put in review. So if, financial education services review, because if somebody is doing a review, financial education services testimony. If somebody is giving a testimony publicly, chances are that means they already bought the product and they're giving their testimony, right? So I go and look at what they're giving a testimony on that product about, if it's in my same space, and then I can go research that product and see how much it costs. Say, hey, this product costs this amount of money. Here's its features. Here's what it has in it. Here's what my product is. Are they comparable? If so, yes. And you can do that 4 to 5 times, right? Okay, and get you a good range. You also go and look at your business / review. Who's reviewing your type of business? And you start going to see what people like about the service, right? And what negative things people have to say about the service. Do my service have some of these negative things that people are reviewing badly, or am I good, right? And then you look at the products that they are reviewing, and then you go and compare the price. Now you should get you a good range, and now you can compare the services and the benefits and what makes you different, and that should help you come up with your pricing for your business. That should help you come up with your pricing. Look at what people are already spending on similar services. Look at what they have to say about them via views and testimonies and things of that nature. And then if you have comparable services and you have some things that help you stand out in the marketplace, then that's kind of how you put how you price. Then you look at your cost of doing business. What does it cost you? A lot of things. I can undercut everybody's prices because I'm a one-man operation. I don't have any overhead. Most of the things that I do are in a digital space. So once I create the content one time, then I just market and package it and put it on autopilot. So I don't have to charge X amount of dollars because I didn't have a lot of overhead. I do a lot of the stuff myself. A lot of times I do my own graphics. A lot of times I do my own design. A lot of times I do my own packaging. So because I do everything myself, my overhead is considerably less than anyone else's, so I can undercut on prices. So ask yourself, what is it costing you to bring this service to the marketplace? You have to always factor that in, and do not forget to factor in your time. A lot of times when you're pricing your products, you forget to factor in your time commitment. What is it that you will bring to the table, especially if you have to teach a class, right? That's why I do very seldomly do things where I have to teach. I do more digital downloads and things of that nature, because if I have to teach, then I have to put a price on my time, and that automatically inflates the price of the product because my time is at a premium right now. Hopefully that helps, Monica. But yeah, you can use that in conjunction with the formula, right? And then you price it and you put it out there and you put a strong marketing campaign behind it, and you see how the market responds to it. If the market doesn't respond favorably, then you might have to reprice it. Now, that don't mean you give up the same amount of value at a lower price. Repricing means I might need to reprice it, and if I do have to reprice it, I might have to take some of this stuff away from it, right? I can't give you $1 million product for $100,000. If you don't want to, if I can't get my audience to fork over $1 million, then I might have to say, okay, I'm gonna create $100,000 product. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. You don't get $1 million product for $100,000. I might have to reduce some products, add value in a way that it does not add more time or cost to the product production, and that's a way that you can do that. And even before you lower the price, you start thinking about how can I add value to this product so that people can see that it is worthy of the price that I'm asking for. But yeah, good question. That is always very difficult to price your products and services, especially when you're in a service-based business. Like, man, I'm doing something I love to do. I would do it for free. So it really becomes tough to figure out how to price that business. Let's see. So how do I become a broker? I would say, Nate, definitely make sure that you are building strong relationships with other drivers and start connecting with those people and start to see how they are getting their jobs, right? What's happening in that space. You really have to immerse yourself into every phase of trucking. You might even have to get you some relationships with some dispatchers, right? And really start to understand those businesses. I would do research on every phase of the trucking business if I were you, Nate. And then I will find myself a niche in there, and I will go to town, brother. I will go to town. Says, can you talk about business credit and what you think about Dun and Bradstreet? Yes. So business credit, I'm actually going to put something together to help people start their business from scratch all the way through their DMB number and business credit. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm going to put something together. But basically, for most people, the easiest way to start building business credit is to build their personal credit. For most people, the easiest and the quickest way to start building business credit is to build their personal credit. Now, you need to be building your personal credit anyway. That just makes sense. But building your personal credit to a certain level then allows you to seamlessly guarantee your business credit with your personal credit. While you're doing that, you absolutely need to be building your standalone business credit without the guarantee. That part takes a little time, right? Set up your account with Granger under your business tax ID number and buy from them on credit every month, $50 to $60 a month, and you pay it back as soon as you get the invoice. Don't wait the net 30 days like they give you, the net 45 days. Pay it as soon as you get the invoice, right? You can do that with a few other entities as well. I think Office Max or Office Depot might allow you to do the same thing, but that's how you start building the business credit. Building the business credit while you're doing your personal credit, right? So once your personal credit is above 720, you can pretty much guarantee business credit and go get lines of credit in your business name, which is cool. But just know this, when you do a personal guarantee of your business credit, it is tied to your personal credit. You default on your business credit, you absolutely will kill your personal credit. Absolutely will, right? But that's the quickest way to get lines of credit established is by guaranteeing them with good personal credit. But yeah, you definitely want your DMB number set up for your business. You definitely want at least 3 trade accounts set up for your business. There's a few of them out there who report directly to DMB. So you want to find out who those are. And you can start building your business credit right now. One thing that I will say is you want to have a business address. Want to go ahead and have a business address, not your home address, because when you have your business address or your home address, all of that stuff is public record. So you don't want people Googling your business. Your business address is public record. So if it's your home address, then they're gonna come to your home, right? You want a separate business address, right? Says, I'm proud of you. You're doing great work over here. If you plant seeds, it will grow. Absolutely. And you just keep doing the same thing, man. Just keep putting your content out there. Just please remind everyone to set up business banking accounts for their business under the tax ID number. Yes. Because like Attorney Thomas Clifton says, make sure you set up, once you get your tax ID number, set up your business banking under that and make sure you keep that going. And all of that should be included with your business structure. Don't set up your tax ID number and keep running your business finances through a personal account. Set up your business banking to go along with that. And that's going to help you establish your credit because you're going to start, the people that you want financing from want to see a track record of your finances. They want to see a track record of your revenue. And you show that through your business banking. What kind of receivables do you have? What kind of money is flowing in and out of your bank? And then you start building a relationship with that bank, right? You can start doing secure lines of credit with that bank that you have your business bank account open. Say, hey, I've got $1,000. I'm trying to establish business credit. Can you give me a secure line of credit? You give them $1,000, they will take that $1,000, put it into a CD and create a loan based on that CD as collateral. And then they will start financing or they will let you pay back that $1,000 over time and they will report that. And you start building a relationship with the bank that you have your banking that you're doing your banking with, and that can help you establish credit with that particular bank. Says, do you suggest a PO box for a business address? If that's the best that you can do, most places like UPS now have the UPS stores and stuff like that. So you can have a box there, and it's not necessarily a PO box. You use the UPS store address and your box number as the suite. I would do that over a PO box if I were you. And really, I hope no one takes offense to what I'm about to say, but if you're trying to do this and you're trying to establish those lines of credit and you go get you a UPS box, go get a UPS box in a zip code where the median income is really good, right? Because people say they don't do redlining, and companies say that that's a bold-faced tale. People will still judge you based on zip code. So go get you a mailing address in a nice, wealthy suburb somewhere, because they judge you based on zip code, your business credit, your business lines. They will judge you on that stuff, man. So you might have to drive over to the next county so that you pick up your mail once or twice a week. That's okay. You want your business zip code to be in a wealthy area, because when they're making these they're making these decisions. A lot of them are computer based. A lot of them are computer based. A lot of it is automation. Say, they're spitting out these. They have algorithms, and a lot of this stuff is based on that, right? So the zip code is a factor in that algorithm. So you want your business zip code to be in a wealthy community. So you can get an address from a co-working space in your area. Yes, that also works. I have an address. I'm in partnership with the lady where we do our radio show at, and she allows us to have our mail sent there and use that address as a business address. But yeah, a lot of these places, and you might know somebody who have business space. You say, hey man, can I give you, $25,000, $50,000 a month to have some mail delivered here and care of you, right? And you use that as your business address. So there's a lot of ways that you can help that go. Questions, comments, observations, man. I appreciate you jumping in there with that, Thomas Clifton. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? Any questions, comments, observations? Did I miss a question over here? Ex's House, to provide an incubator for newly emerging churches, businesses, individuals, and organizations. Newly emerging organizations, business. So Apostle Ray Wilkerson is providing an incubator type situation for everybody if you're trying to do business. So where are you, Ray Wilkerson? Let us know where you are. So basically, if you're not familiar with that type of service that Ray is offering, is they create an environment to help new churches, entrepreneurs, businesses grow with access to all the resources in a collective that you would need. So attorneys, accountants, marketers, everything that you would need, business plan writers, grant writers, access to all of this stuff in a collective environment, which keeps the cost way down for everybody, and also gives you the ability to build relationships with all of these different entities, which you need to have these relationships. So great work there, Apostle. Great work there. Let's see. I just developed a financial course, but I'm unsure of how to market it because I don't want to speak about it every time I come on my channel. What do you suggest? Royal, I hope you don't mind the tough love here, but I suggest you get over that. Get over that. Listen, man, we are the only people when it comes to marketing our products and services that are putting our products and services under a bush, under a candle. You have a product and service. You have a YouTube channel for the sole purpose of marketing your products and services. Man, if you don't get over that, do you hear me talk about the Black Wealth Movement every time I'm on a stream? Do you hear me give that call to action every time you see me doing anything? You don't have to talk about it and sell it directly, but every time before I get off this stream, I'm going to remind you that you can join the Black Wealth Movement for $70. You got to put it out there over and over and over. I don't know how many presentations on this very channel preaching and showing the details of what it is to join my financial success membership, right? If you have a product, service, or course, you should be talking about it until people get tired of it. Ever had a jingle stuck in your head? That's example of good marketing. Ever had a jingle stuck in your head? There's some things that I can say right now, and some of you guys will finish my sentence, because I've been saying the same thing over and over 4, 5, 6 times a day for 3 years. You've got to put yourself out there, and the people who get tired of you talking about your product will either buy your product or they'll unsubscribe. Both are okay. Both are okay. So if you don't want to talk about it in every episode, create you a bumper video. So one of the things that I do sometimes is I create a bumper video, and I don't do it for the show because the show is already an hour long. But if I created, say, a 2-minute video, and I give a tip of some sort, then I can give them the value, and then I create a bumper video that will sell the course. So if you're not familiar with a bumper video, here's what it will look like. Hey, today I just want to show you, talk to you about the new W-4 form. Did you know that more and more people now qualify for child tax credit because they increased the financial earnings limit to $200,000? So yes, even if you make up to $200,000, you still qualify for child tax credit, right? So I just want to share this quick tip with you. So if you like this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit me up in my inbox if you got questions and all that kind of stuff. And then I would end the video. I'm Cortez, financial health mentor. Until I talk to you next time, get your money up. The video ends, but that's not the end of the video. After the video ends the way I normally end the video, then maybe I'll have some white noise or a transition and say, hold up, wait, guys, really quick. Before you go, I just wanted to remind you that I have this course. You can join the Black Wealth Movement, $70, about $50 a month to maintain your membership. We'll teach you entrepreneurship, tax minimization, debt elimination, credit education, and investment education, all in one single membership. Click on the link below to grab your membership today. Okay, all right, bye for real this time. Bye. And you can put that bumper on the end of every single video. Now, you're not talking about your product inside your value video, but it's attached, right? Does that make sense? Every single time, you should don't do that. If you got a product, people need to know you got a product. You got a product, people need to know you got a product. Says in debt, trying to get a food trailer, $30,000, $10,000 for investors. So if I understand you correctly, Donald, you're trying to get your food truck and you're looking for investors. Here's my take on business, right? And I kind of agree a little bit um, with Mark Cuban. It says if you start a business with a loan, then you are a jerk, right? I think he called him an a-hole, but you might be a jerk, right? What I would like to what I see as business, I like to do start small with money that I have and then scale. Now, if you want to start a business with a loan, then you need to fix your credit, do the personal guarantee, and that'll get you lines of credit anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 per line of credit, and you can get up to 10 lines of credit with a personal guarantee. That means you would have the money to start. However, I start small, man, and scale up. Especially if you're looking for investors, you're going to need to show a history and a track record. So maybe you create a track record of selling just one signature product, and maybe that product you cook in your own kitchen every day. You make you 100 of them, and you sell 100 of them, and you keep meticulous records of your costs and how you're moving this product. And if you're selling out every day, now you have a track record of you have a single product that people absolutely love. Now you're also creating a revenue stream that you can use to start building and growing to the next level. So I would take that approach. Start small, create your total business model. Say, hey, here's my business model, but it's scaled down. Instead of having 10 things on the menu, I've got one. And I create this one thing, and I'm creating my relationships, i.e., my customer base, and I sell out of this one thing every day. Every single day, I sell out of this one thing. I make 100 of them, I sell 100. Now you got a track record. Now you say, okay, well, if I'm selling out today and this is my customer base, I have X amount of customers, and this is how I sell out. Then if I scale that up, if I do 10 times the work, that means I make 1,000. That means I need 10 times the customer base. And you keep all of this in a meticulous record. Now you can present this to investors, say, hey guys, look, here's what I have done on my own. Here's what we could do if we take it to the next level. Here's what I'm willing to give as far as my company is concerned, how much ownership I'm willing to give, how much equity or whatever that you're willing to give for those investments, right? Because I have one to give me $10,000. That's good. I would say, man, build your track record though. Build your track record. If you're already cooking, selling plates on the weekends or something like that, then I'm the fan. I'm always a fan of starting small and scaling up. Starting small and scaling up. That way you can set proper expectations for your investors and all that good stuff. Sharik, I am an author. I was thinking that sharing my book cover or talking about my book too much can be annoying to followers. Are you saying that I should promote my book every day consistently? Absolutely, man. If the name of the game for you is to sell books, you should be offering someone an opportunity to buy your book every single day. And let me say this, because a lot of you guys are doing a lot of this on Facebook, social media. And because you are doing this on Facebook and social media, you're assuming that you're annoying people because you assume that every time you post something, everybody on your timeline sees it. No, they don't. So here's why I don't feel like I'm annoying people when I talk constantly about the same thing, joining my program. Because every day I make 10 to 20 new friends on Facebook. Every day. Now, if you're not doing this, Sharik, then you are talking to the same people over and over, and you're going to get annoyed. But if you're putting out good quality content, more and more people are liking that content. The people who like the content, I engage with them. Man, I appreciate you liking my content. I appreciate that comment. Mind if I send you a friend request? Now I got a new friend. So when I run my same spiel today that I ran yesterday, yes, the people who heard it yesterday are going to hear it, but I got some new friends who are also going to hear it, and they will likely share it and introduce me to their new friends. But if you're not making an offer for someone to buy your book every day, you're not going to sell many books. You're not going to sell many books. Guess what? The people who already got the book, they're going to tune out. People who have no interest in the book, they're going to tune out. But some people are saying, "Hey, I keep forgetting today is payday. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get Sharik's book." And they have all the intention to get your book, but life happens. So you have to come back in front of them again and say, "Hey, got the book for sale. So make sure that you get your copy." And you do that every day. McDonald's commercials play every day. They don't say, "Oh, during the course of a college basketball game, we don't want to play our commercials more than 10 times because we don't want to annoy the college basketball fans." We've got to get this marketing thing down. Like, this is what you do. This is what you do. And don't be ashamed of it. Those who don't want to support you will unfollow you. And that's okay, because you're making room for people who do want to follow you. Now, I will say this: make sure you're giving value every day. Don't just come out and say, "Buy my book, buy my book, buy my book." Give them value every day that they can apply to their lives and make them want to buy your book. I make people feel guilty for not joining my program. How many guys can honestly say that you feel a little guilty that you have not joined my program yet? You know why they feel guilty, Sharik? Because I give them so much value. So they feel like, in a sense, they almost feel like they're stealing from me a little bit. By getting all this value from me for free and not joining my program, now they feel a little bit guilty. They feel like they're stealing from me. So when you give value every day, people will feel like they're obligated to buy your book. By the way, if you don't have your copy of Monetize My Life, you can still get it at books.financialhealthmentor.com. You can get this book. So you see what I'm saying? You give so much value that people feel guilty when they don't support you. And then people start putting you on their list. I gotta get Sharik's book. I gotta get Sharik's book, man. I gotta get Sharik. Man, Sharik just been pouring into my life. I use this tip. I use that tip that I got from Sharik. Man, I gotta get Sharik's book. But life happens and they forget. So you gotta get in front of them and say, "Oh, by the way, I know you found value in this book, in this video. Do me a favor, go ahead and go to this site and grab the book." Right? Says, "Yes, I have been wrong with that because I know I can be more successful with my book, but I lack marketing." I will tell you this, Sharik: invest in yourself. Invest $47 in my skill set maximizer bundle. You're going to get 10 video courses, 9 ebooks, 2 private coaching sessions with me, 30 minutes each, for $47. Those courses will teach you branding and marketing. Those courses will teach you email marketing. Those courses will teach you proper social media marketing. Those courses will teach you Facebook ads. Those courses will teach you everything you need to know to make this book a huge success. $47. Then the ebooks or the written content, which corresponds with the video courses. So you can watch the video courses, you can read the ebook, you get yourself a good, solid education and branding. Then you get 2 private coaching sessions with me, 30 minutes each. I can't make it any less expensive than $47, right? You should own that product, Sheree. You should own that product. We'll teach you how to set up business systems so that people are opting into your list and buying your book on autopilot. Woke up yesterday and had 2 book sales that came in overnight because I have systems in place that are selling my books even when I'm not actively selling my books. Does that make sense? You need that product. Some of you other guys need that product too, right? Royal, that'd probably be a good product for you as well because I give you courses on YouTube marketing. There's a course in there. There's 10 courses, guys, 9 ebooks on everything that you need to know to use the internet and social media to market, to sell, to make more money. $47. Yeah. $47. You need that course. That course is, I mean, I really poured. There's so much content. It's about $1,000 worth of content in that course for 47 bucks. All right. So we are a little bit over time, and I've got to get off because I've got to get prepared for my Kansas City workshop. So if you're in the Kansas City area, tomorrow from 8:30, doors open at 8:30. We start promptly at 9:3210 Michigan Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri. Come hang out with your boy and learn how we teach people to build wealth from scratch. The first portion of the session is how we teach our financial educators to be more effectively. And then right at 12 noon, if you're new and you've never seen our overview, then you can come to that and I'll teach you how to set up your business and how to start being profitable, how our system works and all that good stuff. That's Kansas City, Missouri tomorrow from 8:30 to about 1:30. If you know anybody in the area, please tag them in this video, share our stuff with them. Join the Black Wealth Movement. $70 to start, $50 a month. Runs your business. We'll help you get an extra $200 to $600 in your paycheck by the next pay period. Then we take that money because it's not what you keep, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you keep. Then we take that extra money and we use it for debt elimination. Get yourself out of debt. Once you get yourself out of debt, now you got the money you need to start investing and building your wealth long term. $70 to start. Book want. Oh, okay. Books.financialhealthmentor.com. Books.financialhealthmentor.com. You can go grab the books from there. Books.financialhealthmentor.com. Appreciate that. But yeah, you join the Black Wealth Movement. You'll get me as your personal coach. I will teach you not only financial principles and strategies, but I will teach you business principles and strategies, which include some branding, some marketing. But if you really want to become a beast as a marketer, then you might need to join Monetize My Life Academy, which is my branding and marketing school. All right. Don't forget the Generational Wealth Building Conference is coming up in 2 weeks, couple weeks. So Atlanta, Georgia, April 6th through the 8th. Go to wealth.joincorteznow.com for all the details. So that's it for today, man. Until I talk to you next week, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Oh, and don't forget, if you guys got a lunch break or something and you guys want to hang out with us at noon, Hustle and Love Show, KOVLradio.com. That's me and my secret weapon, aka my lovely wife. We're going to be talking about the characteristics of a hustler, and we're going to be talking about in the hustle and the love hour, the role of the woman in the house. It's going to be phenomenal. So that's KOVLradio.com. You can follow us, Hustle in Love, on all social media platforms. So till I talk to you next week, get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every one of you. Peace out, y'all.